Hello students, let's understand today the chapter The Browning Version by Terence Rattigan. Before that, let's go into the characters. The first character is John Taplow, a 16-year-old boy. We have Crocker Harris, who is a classics teacher. We have Frank, who is a science teacher and he is quite young. And we have Mrs. Millie Crocker Harris, who is the wife of Crocker Harris. So let us understand the chapter The Browning Version, written by Terence Rattigan. About the author, Sir Terence Mervyn Rattigan was a British dramatist. He was one of the England's most popular mid-20th century dramatists. His plays are typically set in an upper middle class background. He wrote The Winslow Boy, The Browning Version, The Deep Blue Sea, and Separate Tables, among many others. Introduction to the play The Browning Version. It presents a conversation between a lower 5th grade student Taplow and Mr. Frank, a teacher from the school where Taplow studies. From their conversation, we come to know that Taplow is there to do extra work, extra duty, as punishment for his teacher, Mr. Crocker Harris. In the absence of Mr. Crocker Harris, we get to know a lot about him through Taplow's conversation with Mr. Frank. Let's look into the summary of the play. The play presents a conversation between a lower 5th grade science student Taplow and Frank, a teacher. The scene of the play is set in a school. The play opens with a 16-year-old boy Taplow who has come to do extra work for his teacher Crocker Harris. He is waiting for his teacher who has not yet arrived. Another teacher, Frank, finds Taplow waiting in the room and strikes a conversation with him. From the conversation between Frank and Taplow, we are informed that Taplow is waiting for his result to be declared on the following day. He is keen to specialize in science provided he gets a favorable result. The uniqueness of Mr. Crocker Harris is hinted as he does not tell the results like the other teachers do. He follows the strict disciplinarian as he is and follows the rules of the school. Their conversation provides an insight into the mind of Taplow. He lets Frank know how much he dislikes the play Agamemnon. He is more interested in science. He admits that though the play is not that bad, the way it is taught is terrible. Just a lot of Greek words strung together and 50 lines if you not get the lines together. Taplow is doing extra work as he had missed a class a week ago. Frank remarks that Taplow will certainly get his remove for doing the extra work, but Taplow feels the other way. He asserts such sort of rules do not work with Mr. Crocker Harris as he is not like other teachers who appreciate the students who do extra work. As per Taplow, Crocker Harris is a different kind of teacher. He is too strict and hardly human. Unlike other teachers, he does not tell his students their result before the judgment day. Taplow had asked Harris about his remove and in response, Harris told him that he has given Taplow exactly what he deserves, no less and certainly no more. After calling Taplow for extra work, Crocker himself is late by 10 minutes. Frank points out that as Crocker is late, Taplow has a chance to leave and play golf. However, Taplow seems shocked at this suggestion and is scared that Mr. Crocker Harris might follow him home. Frank admits envying Mr. Harris for the effect he has on his students. He asks Taplow if Mr. Harris beats them. However, Taplow tells Frank that unlike one or two of the other teachers, Mr. Harris is not a sadist. He's not a sort of a person who would beat students and vent his frustration. He's hard like a nut, he is heartless. Taplow admits that in spite of all this, he still likes Crocker Harris. The boy narrates an incident when he laughed at a classical joke cracked by Harris, though he had not understood it. It was a gesture from Taplow's side to be polite to him. Harris did not like that and asked him to explain the joke to the whole class, which he could not. At this point, Millie Crocker Harris enters the room. She was Mr. Crocker Harris' wife. She suggests Taplow to run away for a quarter of an hour and come back. She advises him to leave as Harris has been at Bursar's and may take quite a time to get back. The behavior and attitude of Mrs. Crocker Harris baffles Taplow. He is not willing to leave, for it has been the order of his teacher, whom he fears to disobey. Millie assures him that she will take the blame on herself. Proposing an excuse for his absence, she hands Taplow a prescription asking him to take it to a chemist and get it made up for Harris. Convinced, Taplow accepts the proposal and leaves Frank and Mrs. Crocker Harris behind. I hope you have understood the summary of the chapter, the Browning version, written by Terence Rattigan.